welcome to another episode of the A-List Music Club. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And with me, as always, are Dominic and John. How's it going tonight, guys?
Good.
Good.
And of course, this is the show where each week one of us picks a different CD, album, playlist, whatever, and the others check it out. So this time it was John's turn. Why don't you tell everybody a little about what you picked?
I picked a band that I was not very familiar with. I have their greatest hits. I only know the songs you hear on the radio. I've never listened to a whole album. I've never heard anything beyond the hits. So I decided, what the hell, pick them. I know it's one of Dominic's favorite bands. I picked the Canadian band Triumph, and I picked their fifth album, I think, Allied Forces.
All right. One of my favorite bands of all time. I think Rick Emmett is a woefully underrated guitar player. I think he's one of the greatest guitar players alive. This album is fantastic. I don't skip any songs on it.
I know. I think I know what you're thinking, John.
Yeah.
I saw them. I think it was this tour I saw them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it was this tour. Yeah, I great songs, great album. I mean, Allied, the title track is awesome. What is it? The other one, the two, there was two hits off of it. I can't remember which ones they are.
Magic Power.
Fight
the Good Fight.
Yeah. Now, there's a story about Fight the Good Fight. They wrote that song for one of, I think it might have been either the bass player or the drummer's mother that had brain cancer.
Oh, wow.
And that Fight the Good Fight was a song written for her. And if you listen to the words, that it kind of makes sense, you know. Yeah, I love this album. That's all I got to say.
Bestest review on earth.
Yeah, I have other great hits called classics, so that's all I've known. I know my dad likes these guys, so I heard them through him as well. They are sort of an under the radar kind of band. Like, if you know who they are, you're into them, but to the general public, most people don't really know this band, which is a shame.
I know, and I think part of that is with Rick Emmett's high-pitched voice, they're always compared to Rush.
They're three guys from Canada. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities.
Power trio, yep.
Yeah, I thought when I was listening to it, I'm like, oh man, I can see the Rush comparisons. I mean, they're heavier than Rush, but yeah, his singing. But yes, definitely underrated guitar player. I like his singing better than the drummer.
Yeah.
Not that the drummer's bad, but
no.
But the drummer's voice is sort of generic hard rock singer, and this Rick Emmett has a more distinctive voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the two instrumentals I would just throw out, get rid of them. They're pointless.
No,
I like the second one. The first one was just like sound effects. It reminded me of Camouflage.
And but Fool for Your Love, Magic Power, Allied Forces, Fight the Good Fight, all good. Mm-hmm. Allied Forces is like a metal song. It's heavy.
Yeah. I was like what the hell is this?
Yeah. All good.
Yeah.
Hot Time in the City is kind of okay. Not great, not terrible. It's just okay. Ordinary Man is a bit long. And Say Goodbye's just okay. It starts out great and then peters out, but still overall not a bad album at all. It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know many things at all about this band. I honestly don't even, if I've heard the hits, I didn't know it was them. So, but I thought this was a really great album. I was surprised by it, kind of like. I thought "Fool for Your Love" was a great opener. "Magic Power" I thought was obviously one of the bigger songs off of this album, and I thought it was awesome with a great intro. It's a rock ballad that doesn't puss out too much. Is how I described it here. "Allied Forces" I thought rocks. The guitar solo slays I have written here. The drum sounded great in "Hot Time for the City." Whenever I can pick out the drums, you know it's good. Like when I'm like, oh, listen to the drums there. "Fight the Good Fight" I thought had a powerful message. It was good. That one felt a little like Led Zeppelin-y to me a little. I don't know, but it reminded me a little bit of Led Zeppelin. I have here "Ordinary Man," long but good. Awesome guitar solo. And I like "Say Goodbye" as well. I would definitely be interested in checking out more of their stuff though. Like
Wesley, listen to the album by them called Just a Game.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
That's my favorite Triumph album.
But yeah, it was mostly a quick listen. I mean, there were only 9 tracks, and 2 of them were a minute long, the instrumental.
Yeah.
And then then it would balance it out, and there'd be a 7-minute long song. So
yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
Great. You got any trivia, John?
Well, for you, Dom, they had 2 American top 40 hits. Do you know what they are?
Magic Power. Really?
Magic Power went to 51.
Okay, lay it on the line.
Number 86.
Fight the Good Fight. What were they?
Hold On.
Oh God, I forgot that. Yeah.
Just a Game.
Yep.
And Somebody's Out There from the Sport of Kings.
Somebody's out there somewhere waiting for someone to come along.
Which is kind of their 80s polished kind of a pop song.
Yeah. What album was that
was their Sport of Kings.
Yeah.
That's kind of their...
That's not one of my favorite albums by them.
Yeah, from what I looked online, everyone sort of says that was the record label saying, you guys need to get a hit. Let's do a Bon Jovi record. Let's get a hit. Like,
turn into Aerosmith and sell out.
yeah. That was the... But yeah, I was shocked by that too. Yeah. Because I hear "Lay It on the Line" on the radio all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have much trivia. This is considered their best album, this Allied Forces. That's why I picked it.
Okay. Yeah, but I still like Just a Game. So my personal favorite. I love this band. I fucking love this band. I wish people would have gotten into them more because I think they should be so much more recognized than they do.
They should be bigger than they are, yeah.
I mean, you put all these bullshit people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, Dolly Parton, she turned it down. Did you hear that?
Dolly Parton turned it down. Yeah, good for her.
Turned it down. She says, I haven't earned that. You know?
Sure. I mean, LL Cool J's in, so what's that?
Yeah, you know. So I personally, I would put Triumph in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because they're just a great fucking band. They're just a great fucking band.
And they played constantly. They were one of those bands that was on, those 3 or 4 build bands. They were always on those, they weren't always the headliner, but they were always on opening up for everybody.
I know, and they had a heavy rotation on MTV. Okay, I give it a 10.
Oh, man. I wanted to give it a 10, but it's probably at least a 9. Those instrumentals, and I don't really care for that "Hot Time in the City," but it's a good 9. Good solid 9.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give it a high 9 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
man. Wesley, it's my turn.
Go. All right, okay. It's your turn to pick.
We're going back to Canada, Johnny boy.
All
We're
right.
gonna be a band by the name of Sheepdog. With the album is called Learn and Burn.
Learn and Burn.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of a sheepdog.
Neither have I. So it's gonna
This isn't gonna be another
good.
Nantucket, is it?
No, I don't. I've never heard this band either, but I downloaded a recommendation of a friend, and I've listened to the first song, and I really like it.
Here.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back with our thoughts on Sheepdog next week. John, you want to talk a little bit about the podcast?
Yeah, We Like Wrestling Podcast. It's a weekly podcast and YouTube show. We discuss any and everything wrestling related. We also have merchandise for sale, do conventions, we do wrestling shows. Got some big announcements coming up. Scott Hall tribute episode, March Madness. Big things are coming. We're on Spotify, Apple iTunes, wherever you find podcasts. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. We Like Wrestling Podcast.
And of course, for me, you can subscribe right here on YouTube, youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/westtruepaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, and the letterbox at WesAList. Until next time, Troop out.